Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell, joined by Sean Brudette, and really nice weekend for you last week. You guys had a last-minute shift because of that men's basketball game over at Wichita, but it worked out really well for you. You come away 2-0, and all of a sudden you're back in the hunt in the division for a potential tournament spot.
Yeah, we certainly left a day early and kind of had a shorter week and got out to Wichita and found ourselves down early in that first match and lost the first two sets. But really proud of the team and the way they fought back and just kind of stayed at it. And, really just worried about every single point that was in front of them versus kind of the overall big picture and just stayed focused and found a way to chip back in and came out victorious on Friday. And then or on Thursday night, sorry, and then we're able to turn around and do a good job on a back-to-back night and produce another good night.
This was a big win for you, especially in match one, because they were at that point still in second place in the division. They've secured a tournament spot at that point, and you never really know. You can't I guess say it's a defining match yet because you don't know how the season's going to play out. And every season and every match kind of has a story, but to get down 2-0, two close sets, and come back and edge out a 25-23, a 27-25, and a 15-12 to rally in the first match of the two-match weekend has to speak volumes about this team that had, gotten off to another slow start in league play and put themselves back in position.
Yeah, and when you look at the overall picture of the conference season, we've had so many close sets and hadn't necessarily always came out on top, but credit to the team in terms of just the training and day-to-day and some of the drills we work on and end of set and end of match type of things. And really just understanding, again, it's not one point here or there that defines things. It's just if we keep doing the right things, we win the long rallies. We talked a lot about winning the big points and the important points down the road, and we were able to put those things together last weekend.
Then you come back the next day, you get a 3-1 win. You don't have to go all 5 sets. You come back, you carry that momentum. We talked about momentum in these series now that you're playing can really carry over.
Yeah, and it's tough. We played 2 7 p.m. matches, so it was nice to have a little bit of rest. We were not afforded that luxury going into this weekend series with Houston, but at the same point, you got to understand, anytime you go on the road, A, it's tough, and B, the preparation is solely on your team for that weekend. It's not like we're playing 2 different opponents and you try to equally prepare for both. All hands are on deck in terms of this is what they're trying to do against us. This is how we're game planning against them. And, at the end of the day, it is that chess game and you're, making some adjustments. And Wichita came out and made some adjustments in night 2, put some different personnel in, had to kind of adjust to that. But I really liked the way we came out and started, but then just stayed with things and just stayed with our game plan.
Sabrina really had a nice weekend for you. And it's a player, that always seems to be there and contribute and play well. Just she's that player that kind of flies under the radar, but now she's getting recognized.
Yeah, and I think you could qualify her really as a quiet leader within the team. I mean, she goes about her business every day and really tackles things at hand and distributes the ball. And I think people don't give her enough credit for the defense that she plays, and she kind of racks up those double doubles with assists and digs. But one of the things we look for in setters here within our program are setters that are willing and able to defend. And most setters want to just transition to the net and they want to, hey, go set the ball. But at the end of the day, they're a lot of times in the back row for 3 rotations. You got to defend what people are attacking you with, and she does a great job with that. So that also enables, Bailey Houlihan or libero to step in and, distribute the second ball when Sabrina's not able to.
So you go to Houston this weekend and you look at the league standings. They're in first place in the division, so that gives you a nice target to shoot for. And also with you look at their overall record with UCF, they've kind of separated themselves as the 2 top teams right now in the league, but still plenty of time to go.
Yeah, Houston is very balanced, a very good team. I think when you look at their offense, number one, they can attack it from anywhere along the net, but then any given night, a different player can step up and, lead them in kills. But overall, great hitting percentage team. They're kind of a low error team across the board. So, there's a task at hand for us to play clean volleyball when we get down there, and really see if we can attack them. And we talked a lot about serving and passing, the serve receive game going into Wichita. Really not much difference there. You got to be in system, and you got to be able to do a good job on both sides there.
But before we end the show, do you see the confidence growing after the 2 wins at Wichita State? Now, new life. Not only do you get a couple of wins, but like we said, you're back on the hunt maybe for that second spot in the division.
Yeah, in the big picture, it's okay. Who do we play next in that first match? And in the back of your mind, you're always kind of going, okay, how do things play out? But we've got to tackle one at a time at this point. And I think it's, again, credit to the teams and the coaches in the West here, where any given night anything can happen, and you see people winning and losing these matches, and it's just very, very competitive top to bottom, and there's not much of a separator there. I think Houston certainly has had a little separation. They've been a little bit cleaner and have had really good matches across the board, start to finish. But after that, all the other spots, it's literally just a fight every single night.
All right, Coach, we'll go get them this weekend. I know it's a big challenge, but a big opportunity for the ball club.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, that's Sean Brudette. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tigers Network.